My name is Sena Konya and I'm a designer here at Fairfax Kitchen and Bath. We're here today at our recently finished Mclean project. This home is located in Mclean, which is a wonderful location. It's an up-and-coming area. It's one of the most popular places to live in Virginia at the moment, and this is a beautiful brick colonial house, completely traditionally furnished originally, and actually there used to be a horse trail where the house was once upon a time. So it does have a wooded, very natural background. There's a lot of trees, and it's a deep lot which allows you to see the nature and be a little distant from the neighbors. The great thing about this location is not only is it close to metro access, popular malls, but it's also in walking distance to a lot of the stores nearby. The goal of this home was to really renovate it for the new homeowner. It was very outdated, and the previous homeowner had owned the house for a while and really added her personal touches to the space, which did not fit the needs and style of the new homeowner. So it was pretty much a gut renovation. A lot of the layouts were changed. We completely gutted the first floor pretty much and started from scratch with a new kitchen location, a new dining room location. The living room was adjusted as well. We created a hallway with bar area. So it really didn't fit the needs of the homeowner and was very outdated with almost psychedelic wallpaper everywhere. Each room had its own wallpaper. It would just give you a headache walking through the space. So it really needed a new life and a lot of TLC. There was a lot of opportunity, a lot of potential in this home. It's a big home, about 6,000 square feet, so there's definitely room to play. The layout leaned more towards late 90s, early 2000s, which was probably perfect at that time and was a huge upgrade. There wasn't a good transition between the dining room and the living room there. So we really wanted to open it up and allow more of an open floor plan with intended separation between the rooms. Not only did we do a lot of work on the main floor, including the kitchen, but we also did their master bathroom, which turned out to be incredible. The beauty of the different spaces is in the master bathroom, it was very closed off. Again, just didn't work out. The tub and shower area were separate from the vanity. The toilet was in a different room. It was really hard to access and the spaces were really small, so the full potential of the space wasn't being utilized. So being able to really knock down those walls and open up those barriers, I think was a beautiful part of the project. The beauty of the kitchen was to really be able to create a gourmet chef's kitchen, completely new space. So we reimagined the whole entire layout downstairs, and I think that really made a significant difference in the whole first floor. I think it was very important for the new window to come into the kitchen place. Just because it was completely blocked off with drywall and brick. And opening that up allowed some of the outdoor to be brought inside. You can really see the nature while you're cooking, so it really opened up the view there. So the homeowners had a very specific style, but it wasn't necessarily derived of one sort of style, like modern or contemporary kitchen. It was a matter of mixing a lot of historical designs, bringing in some modern, new day items to really create a timeless piece so that you couldn't look at it 5 years down the road and be like, what do we do? You know, it was super trendy, everything in there, and now we're having to, you know, rethink the whole thing. This space was designed to last, and we pulled elements from Italian architecture, we pulled elements from French architecture, we pulled elements from just the colonial style of the house itself, and we really tried to bring all those together so it created a cohesive design that was going to be timeless. The cabinetry was a very, very vital part of the kitchen. I mean, it takes up the whole space, so it is a huge decision to make, and the homeowner had a very specific door style they had in mind, and at the time, none of our cabinet lines carried that door style. It's very new. It's like a European shaker. It's very sleek, and they wanted a walnut with all of the grains matching up, so vertical grain matching, and I had to source a local cabinet manufacturer to build the door for us, find a custom stain, and put it all together for our design. The cabinets are walnut with a rich wood finish. It's a stain on there. It's a matte finish, so it doesn't, reflect any light off of there. The cabinets are very well built. The doors themselves are about 1 inch thick, where you won't really see that in a typical cabinet line. They're just very sturdy and well built and made to fit the space entirely. We tried to minimize the usage of fillers, so almost no room for error in the measurements. In the bathroom for the vanity, we wanted to use something a little different than the kitchen. It's still a wood stain and a very rich color, but we went with cherry in the master bathroom, and we had an inspiration picture that we used, and we got very close to it. It's a beautiful cabinet. It has details, but isn't overly intricate. And then we had beautiful legs, almost column-like, coming down from the sides. And then we also have a little detail of beading going across the cabinet that really elevates it and just makes it look so much more expensive and timeless. Countertops are a vital part of the project of any kitchen and bathroom space. It's usually a big surface that you see as soon as you walk into the room. And in this project, we wanted to go with a natural stone, but nothing that was too porous or soft. So we ended up going with Austral White, which is a stunning quartzite, and we were able to find it at one of our fabricators locally. Unfortunately, they were some of the last slabs left in the country, so we had to make sure that everything was perfect, and again, no room for any mistakes or imperfections. The counters in the kitchen, we decided to do a 2 to 3 inch mitered edge along all of the surfaces. The homeowner is a little bit taller, so it really adds a few inches that can help you from having to bend over long term, and just makes it a little bit easier to use. Countertop in the bathroom was pretty significant as well. The entire tub surface and bench area was covered in a beautiful Taj Mahal slab, and we mitered the edges so that it flows really nice. You can't really see the seams there, and it just looks like a giant statue with a tub inside of it. So that came together really nicely and complemented the more neutral tiles surrounding it. So once we had figured out, the ideal color of the flooring, the cabinets, the countertops, it came down to more of the finishing touches like the backsplash, which we didn't want to draw too much attention to because all the other elements are statement pieces and will stand out. And in the backsplash, we wanted something very neutral and calm, subway-like, but don't be fooled, this isn't your average subway tile. This tile is handmade, glazed ceramic, and it has a nice edging to it where it's textured and is soft, but still provides some architectural elements to the space. So we went with a very neutral, beige-like tile for the backsplash in the kitchen. The bathroom tiles are a very important part of the project because the inspiration of the bathroom actually came from a particular tile. It was from the Delani Cloud 9 collection, and it's a very intricate pattern, absolutely gorgeous. So that really inspired the entire design for the bathroom, and then we went off of that using natural stone to complement it, as the tile itself was natural stone. So we used things like Bianco Dolomite, we used Calacatta Amber, and neutral tone tiles to complement the accent on the floor. The floors were part of an easier discussion for the overall space. There was already hardwood, and we wanted to revamp that in the new kitchen and living room spaces. So we took the same species of hardwood and laid it throughout in a classic pattern. We did do a herringbone touch in the hallway, which I think just really elevated that space and kind of set a tone in itself. Again, in the bathroom, the floor accent really inspired the whole entire design for that space, and we did a couple different patterns. We had very small square tiles on mosaic tiles in the shower floor, no shower curb. You walk and it's a curbless shower, but we still wanted that accent around it to kind of emphasize that that was a shower space. And then outside you have the decorative pattern on the floor following a larger tile around it. So the appliances are fit for a chef. Like I said, it's a true chef's kitchen, and use top of the line appliances, everything from Sub-Zero, Wolf to a Blue Star cooktop, which was 36 inches, and it just performs at the max speed and adds a lot of value to the kitchen space, especially if you cook a lot. In the kitchen, the appliances are important, and then the appliances in the bathroom are the fixtures. So we used Waterworks, again, a very high-end fixture company, and we used very sleek, modern finishes on there. So we used the polished nickel and some black accents throughout the fixtures as well. Lighting. It's always key. It can change the way the room feels. We went with warmer lights here, again, to really make it feel like a hug in there. You want to feel cozy, you want to feel at home, and the warmer pot lights throughout the entire space really helped with that, as well as adding under cabinet lighting, adding the beautiful pendant lights above the island, and then we had some incredible sconces in the hallway where the bar is. The things I like most about this project are the unique touches that we add that you don't always get to see. Like I said, this is a dream home, so we want to incorporate personal touches, and some of those included, one was the secret door in the kitchen area. The dining room, the new dining room, is wallpapered, and you don't really want a giant white door to be sticking out, so the door itself was wallpapered. We have chair rail going around it, and you can't really tell it's a door until you attempt to open it. So that was a really cool design feature in there that you don't see every day. Another amazing part of this project that is probably one of my favorite things ever is the pantry. So we do, as you can see, there are the pantries lined up next to the kitchen in the breakfast nook area, but one of those pantries is a hidden door, and once you open that door, it leads into the actual pantry, which is much larger, and it's a little more utilitarian. It's just filled with shelving, but it allows you to get all of that clutter, all of the larger appliances off of your countertops and have it tucked away with the facade of pantry cabinets in front of it, where you can store some of your nicer things, maybe things that you want to grab real quick while you're cooking in the kitchen, or you can put your nice china in there. So it really expands the use of storage and just creates a very unique touch to the kitchen. Now, a fireplace really adds a lot of coziness to the room too. So another favorite in this space was the dual-sided fireplace. The opposite side is the existing, but it wasn't as well done in the living room area, and it was just outdated with that big old colonial style stone. So we completely ripped that apart, built a new mantle and new fireplace with a really sleek wood trim, and then we put a beautiful stone back there. So we carried the walnut onto the bottom of it, creating the hearth, and it just felt like it was part of the kitchen. We have all these really unique touches, all these cool spaces with the kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, but we also created a really special place for the homeowners to just kick back, grab a few drinks, and have that in a separate area. So by creating a hallway there, it not only leads a new entrance into the back room, but you have a built-in bar which has pocket doors that slide right into the cabinet itself, and then you have that beautiful pop of green inside, which again wanted to bring some of that nature in with some green. And then you have glass shelves, a sink which is tiny, but that's all you need when you have a little bar. And then we also added a integrated ice machine, which is something you don't see on the daily.